Hello Normans, and welcome back to this week's Norman News at Home edition. I'm Alana Morgan. Stay tuned for news on a pug testing positive for the coronavirus in North Carolina and more on school starting in July. Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. We've been out of school for quite some time now, and many students are starting to get concerned on what the future of their education will be. According to the governor of California, California schools could welcome back students this summer, and retail and manufacturing businesses could open in the coming months. He also said that schools could start their academic year early, possibly late July or early August. Early August wouldn't seem like much of a change for us Beverly students, considering that's normally when we would go back to school anyway. However, starting in late July would definitely be something to adjust to. For major events like concerts, conventions, and live spectator sports would remain prohibited until the statewide stay-at-home order ends. That's the latest updates from our governor. We will definitely keep you updated. Now let's listen to Jonah with some medical news.
Thanks, Alana. These are dangerous times for people with chronic health conditions. They often need to visit hospitals for treatment or to collect medication, but during the pandemic, that means increased risk of exposure to coronavirus. In Africa, a U.S. startup says it is reducing that risk by using drones to deliver medical supplies to local clinics and freeing up hospital beds in the process. Zipline, based in San Francisco, has used drones to deliver blood and medical products to hospitals and healthcare centers in Rwanda since 2016. Last year, it expanded to Ghana, and now it wants to accelerate plans to begin deliveries in the United States. Zipline has 2 distribution centers in Rwanda and 4 in Ghana, built to speed up the transport of medical supplies in areas with poor roads and the lack of refrigerated vehicles. Now let's listen to Jackson with this week's sports.
Thanks, Jonah. The MLB, like many sports, has no return date as of yet. Spring training was suspended and opening day was pushed back. Many MLB organizations have not yet issued refunds to customers, however, that will soon change. According to Jared Diamond of the Wall Street Journal, a new ticket policy will be announced soon. As of now, these tickets are being treated as if they were rescheduled. Teams will allow the tickets to be exchanged for credit, but will give no refunds. Many clubs have not communicated about the situation yet. A lot of people could use the money right now with the situation that COVID-19 has caused. I hope that the MLB finds a solution soon. Now to Holden with more news.
Gladly just quote-unquote made fun of her husband Ryan Reynolds' hairstyle. This quarantine has showed boredom that none of us are used to, but it looks like Blake is keeping her spirits and laughs up by poking fun at her husband. She went to Instagram to share a picture of Ryan's hairstyle, and it has everybody laughing. Blake and Ryan are a prime example of how positive everyone should focus on being right now, even during such a chaotic time like this. Let's all hope they keep smiling. Now to Riley with entertainment news.
Thanks, Holden. We should have all heard of the show on Netflix called Money Heist by now. Well, the so-called inspector Raquel Murillo from the show, also known as Ituzar Antonio, has tested positive for coronavirus. She let out a statement this past week on Instagram stating, "I've had the symptoms for the past week, and we got back the results, which were positive." She also made sure to assure her fans that her symptoms are just mild, but to keep her in her prayers because the symptoms won't be mild for someone else and that we should all stay safe. Hope she gets better from the virus. Now to Kayla with this week's movie review.
Thanks, Riley. This week we're going to be talking about the movie Doomsday. In this movie, when the first outbreak of the so-called Reaper virus hit Scotland, Eden Sinclair was one of the last to escape containment. During all of this, she was forced to leave behind her mother. And 25 years later, Eden Sinclair leads a team back into the hot zone to find a counter-agent to the virus, which has been re-emerged in London. Sinclair and her comrades waged a desperate battle for survival against feral survivors as they try to prevent it from ushering in a new dark age. That's all for this week. Now grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and stay tuned for this week's new movie trailer.
This is was an epidemic unlike any other. Within days, millions were infected. Within weeks, they were forced together.
Containment is our absolute priority. Blockade all bridges, streets, and rail links.
And then left to die. But 25 years after the outbreak,
it's the virus. It's back.
Containment has failed.
What the hell are we going to do? What we're about to show you is highly confidential. Survivors? Inside the hot zone. And if there are survivors, there must be a cure.
You're going out there. If there's such a thing as hell on Earth, that's it.
I know what we're looking for.
If it's there, I'll find it. Take us in.
Now.
Once you're over that wall, there's no system, no rules, no backup.
To find a cure,
we're against the clock on this one.
They must return to the world they left behind.
How the hell are we supposed to find anything in this mess?
I'll know when I see it.
This is our city! We're gonna catch them, cook them, and eat them!
From Rogue Pictures.
How dare they send you here? They started this fire. They can burn in it.
And the director of The Descent.
Sure it's dangerous.
She is.
This spring.
We're losing our city.
It's pretty grim, and it's gonna get a whole lot worse.
A new dark age.
Have you found the cure?
Abandon any such hope.
No.
Will dawn.
Nice color. I'll take it. Hold on.
Too close.
You think?
Rough ride.
Rough enough.
Thanks, Kayla. Ever since coronavirus lockdown, many places around the world have seen several animals come out because humans have been barely outside. In urban areas, animals are exploring empty streets and waterways. Since the lockdown, animals have gotten the confidence to appear in the city while others are enjoying nature parks to themselves. In Turkey, one of the most busiest marine routes, filled with huge tankers, cargo ships, and passenger boats, are now filled with dolphins swimming in the water. In addition, wild boars take over hi-fi as residents are stuck inside. Boars were seen sniffing for food around the city before the lockdown, but now they have the courage to look further into the city. In Chile, several cougars were seen wandering the streets, and one of them was found inside an apartment complex. Now to Jacob with some more news.
Thanks, Akira. A pug in North Carolina has tested positive for the coronavirus, which may be the first case for a dog in the United States. The dog, named Winston, was part of a Duke University study in which the whole family was tested for the virus. The mother, father, son, and pug tested positive, while the daughter, another dog, and another cat tested negative. While Winston might be the first dog in the United States known to test positive for the virus, a dog in Hong Kong with coronavirus died earlier in March, although the cause of death for the 17-year-old pet was unclear as the owner refused to take an autopsy test. CDC guidelines on pets say there's no evidence that animals play a significant role in spreading the virus that causes COVID-19, but you should still treat them as you would any other human family members. They say not to let pets interact with people or animals outside the household, and if a person inside the household becomes sick, isolate that person from everyone else, including pets. Now to Phoebe with more news.
Los Angeles County officials reported 18 more deaths from COVID-19 and 440 additional cases Sunday, raising the county-wide
totals to 19,528 cases and 913 deaths. 93% of people who died had underlying health conditions, according to the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. The most difficult part of the COVID-19 pandemic is losing people to the virus. To all who have lost loved ones, we are deeply sorry, Barbara Farah, the county's director of public health, said Sunday. Meanwhile, high temperatures put a strain on beach and park restrictions enacted to prevent the spread of coronavirus for the second day straight. Officials were reminding the public that beaches and parks remain closed throughout the Los Angeles for the weekend. These closures are part of protecting the public's health and helping avoid a steep rise in COVID-19 cases like the country has seen in New York City. Currently, LA County is experiencing a more gradual increase in cases as a result of the stay-at-home orders and physical distancing, Santa Monica officials said. Residents can go outside for a walk or to a local park, but everyone is encouraged to stay close to home as much as possible. As of Sunday, more than 114,000 people have tested for the coronavirus in the county, with 14% testing positive, Farah said.
The pandemic continued this week with 99 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Beverly Hills as of Tuesday. Los Angeles County has 15,140 cases and 663 deaths as of press time. West Hollywood has 120 confirmed cases. Brentwood has 61 confirmed cases, and Culver City has 44 confirmed cases. The Beverly Hills City Council met on Tuesday to discuss the fiscal impact of the COVID-19 crisis on Beverly Hills, closing traffic lanes for bikes, and other issues. The council canceled its annual art show, which was originally planned for May, due to the stay-at-home order. The BHUST Board of Education had a special meeting on Monday in which they discussed creating virtual graduation videos for Beverly Vista and Beverly High graduates. Graduations for the 2020 classes have not been canceled or postponed as of press time, though schools are preparing for that scenario just in case.
Hello, my name is Jonah and I'm here to bring you this week's live KBEV weather forecast for the week of May 1st, 2020. For those of you who are wondering what the weather is like due to coronavirus. This week, Los Angeles will continue to see sunny weather with hot temperatures ranging from the high 90s to the mid 80s. Tomorrow, Saturday, brings warm temperatures with a high of 83 down to a low of 61. On Sunday, the last day of the week, we'll see sunny skies with temperatures at a high of 82 degrees. Starting us up with a new week, later on we will see a bit warmer temperatures. Monday, we have a high of a hot 90 degrees to a low of 63. On Tuesday, there will be a high of 94 degrees Fahrenheit. On Wednesday, we will see a high of a sunny 97 degrees to keep things hot. Thank you so much for watching this week's live KBEV weather forecast. I'm Jonah Farman, now back to the desk.
Thanks, Jonah, and good afternoon, Normans. Like adults, kids are struggling right now. But how that struggle manifests and what parents can do to help varies by age. Younger children may be regressing or in need of age-appropriate explanations about what's going on. Depression among teenagers may be on the rise as a result of physical distancing and missing out on events. Online counselors and therapists are providing telehealth appointments in a format that's far more comfortable for the younger generation, parents may have to realize. Have a great week, Normans.
As time goes by, we learn more and more about the virus, which is why it is so important to slow transmission as much as possible. Now, people in their 30s and 40s with COVID-19 are getting complications from blood clotting, which the virus seems to increase. Internal blood clotting is extremely dangerous and can severely affect any part of the body, from causing strokes to heart attacks, lung death, and even intestinal death. Watch out for the respective symptoms of these conditions, because even mild COVID-19 cases have gotten severe clotting complications. It might be beneficial to have a blood thinner, like aspirin, on hand, but wait until further notice from doctors to use them. As always, wash your hands, don't mix chemicals, wear a mask, and don't use Advil or Aleve.
Thanks for watching this week's Norman News. We all hope that you're staying safe at home. See you next week.